20th. I was saying 15th. Hey, we'll meet in the middle.
We'll take it.
Right. It's going to be Cedric Hunter and Ryan Kelly behind you, Zach Hall and Bronson Stafford, Ed Shearer, and your teammate Larry Yingling on the front row.
Damn, Larry's up there.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Completion of lap 20 once the 10th place car.
And we're only 7 behind Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
Let's see. You're also with the 3 car. You said the 3 is also your teammate, right? Ryan Kelly?
Yes.
Yeah, he's going to line up behind you.
Yep, 10-4 at the completion of 20. Once the 10th place car crosses the line.
100
Gotcha.
laps. Michigan. $40 cars again. We got a full, almost full.
Also, as usual, if there's a caution within 5 laps or less of the stage, I'll cancel the stage, and that caution will count as the stage.
Oh, I forgot to do the broadcast.
Oh, you're live.
Campbell,
No, the
23rd, Danny Cochran in 24th,
freaky
25th,
fast.
Andrew Medlin.
Oh, gotcha.
New Bigging, a driver who really likes this track
There
in
we go.
Michigan.
Freaking fast.
The 27th, we find
Also forgot my armband.
of Richard Wolsifer, and 28, it's the 58 of Carl Pooler. There's the teammates from Limitless, going to be next to one another. Then down in 29th, it's the 01 of Matthew Rodriguez. Then
Ryan McCann Cena.
53, Christopher Wade. Then in 31st, it's going to be James Kunkel in the 99. In the 6 machine, it's Brad Delphin, 32nd. Shane Wyatt going to be starting deep in the field in 33rd. Tom Bourne going to be starting in 34th. The 4 qualifying the 10th for the 06. As in 35th, we
Tall order, Derek.
And ready, go.
in the 72 in that 30th
How you doing?
position. Jared Hughes going to be starting in 36th position. And also with Ryan for
Aaron's going to start from the pits.
Taylor, Justin Forbes, and our final driver on the grid going to be Mike Tellier in the 90s.
Wonder if he got a penalty or something.
Drivers expected to take the green
I don't
here tonight. Jared Hughes.
remember seeing it on the penalty list.
See, the grid is the 68 machines. If he does start up, he'll have to start on pit road. So 39 drivers going to be trying
John,
to
you're
their
outside, I
attempts.
think.
Yeah, man, I hope. I think I'm 18 in points. Is that what you said, repeat?
That's the goal, Derek.
Here, if we
Yeah.
get a caution-filled race.
Yep, 18th in points.
There being not a lot of cautions is riding high.
I got to go a little higher than 16, though, because all those winners.
Ready for tonight's race.
Well, you definitely got to make it to lap 20.
Be nice to get in the top 10.
Can't get in an early incident. Got to give it enough space. Got to remember, race is 100 laps. Don't want those first 20 laps to set you back, and you risk being not in the race because.
Well, I think the difference between you and 17th was like 1 point, literally. And then there's only a few more up to 16th.
To get all those max points.
There you go, Derek.
It is
That's one way to say it.
stage points too. So if you're in that position, you got to be able to seal the deal.
I like his philosophy. Absolutely.
Also, driver going to be starting in the back. That's going to be Aaron Smith, the second, with an EOL penalty after some unsafe.
We were actually talking about Auto Club before.
At
Yep.
last week's race at Long Beach. But for tonight, 39
All right, go, go, go.
grid, and they are ready to get to racing action. Edward Shore Jr. going to be starting on the inside into the restart zone, and the Michigan 200 is underway here for race number 5 of the
All right,
season.
you're going to have the 17 you're outside, now 13 outside.
And turn number
They're getting a little sketchy ahead.
going to be trying to already make some
Still 13.
3 wide. That's some slight contact being made back for 5th place.
3 wide, 1746 outside. Hold your line, go low, go low, go low, go low, go low. There you go.
Inside the turn 2 and able.
Getting a little close to their bumper.
He's single
All
file.
right, back double. Now just 17.
As we're seeing, it'll probably fan out again and get 3 wide going off into turn 3.
And it's going to be
Just 17. 61's a little slow on the bottom. You're clear up if you want it.
third, and then behind in the middle of the field, that gaggle of 3. Almost think about 4.
74 looking right rear.
Apron, but up front, it's all the 71, or will it be
74 outside.
loose? And Larry Engling will lead lap number 1. We're 3 wide.
Now 61 outside. 7's on full send on the bottom. 3 wide. You're in the middle.
Some weakness for the 71 machine.
Hold your line.
The big thing is he didn't get that lap lead either.
74 now outside. 7 still low.
They start now.
You're in the middle.
He's gonna have to settle back in. You just see that slight
You're still in the middle.
top lost all that momentum.
Clear low.
Not being able to be up against that wall and didn't have all that traffic help either. They kind of just sailed.
74 outside. 7's washing up a little bit.
Grab the pole.
There you go. 7's still low. Clear up.
Never been a driver that has gotten the pole.
Is outside line faster?
Michigan in the WSSR Cup Series.
7 left rear.
You get the pole, you get the work.
There's a lot of
This race,
momentum up there.
so you want to be that
7 all the way down on the bottom. You're clear all the way around.
world as Larry Yingling leads
I
another.
must just be saving too much.
Still clear low if you want it.
Some drivers just trying to hold
They might be.
for themselves. The middle of the pack is still a mess as they're still thinking about three.
Still clear low if you want it.
And hard contacting the wall. That's Mike Tellier with the 97, slamming the wall aggressively. And that was the issue we were kind of talking about of drivers having some moments for themselves.
Yeah,
and there's the
that was a
97
big
just
close to
limping his
comfort.
way forward, but he'll fall down to
All right, you're 3 wide, 74 and 7 low.
We talked about overcorrection a few weeks back. It looked like coming out of the corner.
Now just the 7 down low, clear low.
Just snap back into the wall. But you saw the front bumper slide off that car. I mean, it looks like it's back attached.
9 outside.
Little iRacing glitch there, but that had to be heavy damage. I mean, he's probably going to be there for multiple minutes, and that's not what he wanted to see in his first 20.
Still just a 9.
absolutely not.
You're clear up.
Damage has been given to the 97, so he was forced to pit road.
9 saving a lot.
Starting on pit road.
I was wondering if that might be the strategy.
Hit the track at some point here tonight. Jared Hughes doesn't look like they'll be hitting the course, but up front,
He's usually not saving.
going to be the 67 of Larry Yingling, John Forbes, Steven Stimpian, Gap Rogers, and Tom Sitchak. Your top 5 currently. Then they're side by side for
Can I get a
6th
James
position.
Humble update?
As Mike Tellier will become our first driver calling in. 97 has already left the server. That is so unfortunate. Just on lap number 3.
You hate to
Almost single file all the way back to you.
see it. Only be able to turn a couple of miles.
Sorry to cut you off. Trouble on the front stretch is James Kunkel in the 99. He was
All right, just 74 low.
the front stretch, and now finally
He's still there.
front half of the group. They're going to be just
1 wrecking into the pits. He saved it. I don't know if that'll be a caution so far. Yep, caution's out.
for the field as they were almost
Thank you
catching
so
up
much for
to where
holding
the
the brake,
99.
Vincent Sora.
I saw the front of your car.
Ooh, that was a, that's the points leader.
Wow, Vincent Sora, 51, sliding across the front straightaway. I don't think he made any contact, though, Sam.
Doug Newbigging just put the fastest lap down, 39-34.
Someone maybe? I'm not sure. We'll see what
And he was 2 spots ahead of you.
damage. How about you?
Looks to be, we'll wait for the replay. See what
That draft is huge.
here between the 46 and the 51 in the middle.
It'll be interesting to see what happens here. Who goes down pit road, who doesn't.
Move on the outside.
Yeah, we got that comp caution at 20.
Tries to push up as both drivers running their own
Yeah.
lanes. Looks
And we
like
got
Sora pushes
4 tires in the pits.
Zach did. Luckily, the 51 locks it down, giving plenty of space for the rest of the field.
I'm going to set you up just in case.
Big save right there for Vincent Sora, but that's a bizarre moment for both drivers.
Yeah.
People go in and take tires off of 6.
Two was like, please stop for that second. That got a little probably airy.
Thank you, Derek.
They
that was
did
the
on
strategy.
15, for 15 the other evening.
Wow, the 51 though, he didn't.
Ain't nobody going in.
Anything. I mean, he was probably headed for that inside wall if he didn't.
No.
get a seat.
Mm-mm.
He could have been pulling a Mark Martin there back about 10 years ago when he got that inside wall. But great job to him. Hopefully he's able to get in there and get those tires. And this is what we talked about right now. Lap 5. Is anyone going to come in? Doesn't see
Where did Ron Kelly go?
really pull off there.
Oh, he fell back to 28.
I don't think we're expecting a lot of drivers to make that decision. A little bit
Yeah.
too early. I think if maybe we were green until lap 9 or 10, might be seeing a little bit more takers. But with how large this field is, it's kind of hard to give up track position if you're inside the top 20, 40. I mean, with having 39 drivers take the green, it's tough to be willing to take that risk.
I'm going to have to figure out the
You were
qualifying
faster than
these things.
Therian, and you and Crawford were about the same.
Laps. I would believe some of these drivers are really hoping to save a set for maybe later on here tonight.
I agree with you right there. I think that's exactly the reason you don't see anyone pitting. 4 sets of tires. You don't want to use that set right now knowing that another caution is going to be coming out in lap 13. And you're going to want to take tires then, too, because you're not going to want to go out there with 13 lap tires and have the field.
Track temps 114, airs 79.
Big track like this, you'll be getting past pretty quick. I'm assuming with those multiple grooves, they'll be going around.
Yeah, and tonight again.
So it came down a few degrees from practice.
For the field, 100 laps in total.
Hey, Nathan, how's it going?
At the end of the stage, we'll get bonus points. Winner of the stage gets 10 bonus points. 9 bonus points goes to second, and it continues to dwindle down until we get to 10th place, where you only grab 1 bonus point for yourself. Currently looking at the field, biggest mover going to be the 7 machine of Douglas Newbegin at 16th position. He has moved up 10 spots. Currently our biggest mover so far. Biggest losers going
yeah, I guess that's one way to say it.
start this race with an EOL, did qualify in 10th. And Vincent Sora, who just had his spin. Other drivers that will seem to be
haven't added up anything up there in a while, though.
Junior having that little bit of a slide off the exit of turn 4. Justin, with us having these pace laps, a little bit of a longer track these drivers are going around, that cool down time. Curious on how that's going to influence these tires, on the fact that it seems like cold tires, the first lap, you are not safe when trying to get onto that throttle.
Yeah, he probably was not enjoying that moment. I mean, you saw what happened.
So how's the tires going to be this time?
With the 71, luckily, he didn't make any contact with anyone. But still, it's just very risky. Those tires cool, the track's dusty, and he dropped.
I don't remember an issue with wheel spin, if that's what you're asking.
And I thought
you should be all right. It's gonna get a little bit tighter.
But
let me look for something comparable.
Probably.
I'm worried about the exit of 2.
We'll have that number 1 pit stall, so we'll see if that comes into play on pit stops.
Okay.
Also taking a look at our weather conditions for tonight's race.
So on this restart here, be on the lookout ahead of me on exit of 2.
Degrees Fahrenheit, track temp 114.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Looking at how practice was for these drivers, track temp was around 119 degrees at the end portion of practice. So the field
in practice, your lap 8 time was right around a 39.7.
Thing affecting these drivers could be the wind. It is in a very high,
and that's when you were in that big pack.
12 miles per hour. Now it's not fluctuating as much as we've seen before, but staying a consistent 12 miles per hour, if there is any fluctuation, could influence these drivers off the exit of these corners.
Go.
Pulls off. It's time for us to get back to green flag race.
13 got a bad start.
Going to be the lead driver.
There's already 2 car lengths in front of him.
Start zone in the
15 outside.
is back underway, and Steven Stippian doesn't want to wait. The 88 is just shoving.
They are 4 wide, a couple rows up in front of you.
Clear.
15 still outside, right rear.
Following in soon as
they are 5 wide, back to 4 wide in front.
He got himself clear, got the leader clear.
Oh boy.
Clear was also the most important thing.
15 still outside, right rear.
Turn 2.
4 wide going into 3 and 4.
And see if you can make a move come.
You got just the 17 outside. And now 3 wide with the 24 out there also.
5 wide for a moment in the middle.
Back 17, stay low.
Battling in the middle of this.
Good way to keep it out of the grass. Good job, sir. Now just 24 right front.
And almost pushing forward again. Squeeze, pinch, hard contact, Anthony Gaudio. Also, other drivers going to be scattering around between themselves.
24 right rear, up 2 lanes.
And somehow we stay green.
He's up by the wall. You're in 3rd lane. Good job.
That move to cut
right rear still.
Wow.
Side.
It's going to be a big accident.
He's got a pole.
Just ended up being a 29, really. Looks like he did get into another car.
Here's the replay. And you're going to be seeing this
24 right front.
In front of Trent jump into the outside.
You are clear.
And just gets more contact into Christopher Wade that continues to bounce down. And it, most likely something was broken. That hard contact blows the engine, and Anthony Gaudio's night is completely over with that move. But I'm curious if something was broken that forced him to just continue to push down across the field. But if we continue to stay green, even with that major scare, it influenced.
I messed up that turn.
17 on your bumper.
But we stay green, and up front, still Larry Yingling for himself. Now, you talked about just the fact that
they are pack racing up front, Brian. They want to wreck. They just haven't done it yet.
I think we got.
That's exactly what I was looking at in turn 1 and 2, Derek.
Front, we're
trying to see who was shifting.
Moves as Joshua Kanata, Drew Jua, both have been tagging along with one of them.
Yep, I mentioned that earlier. Yep.
The top 3.
They definitely want to get that track position. It looks like right here we got them maybe getting 3 wide and getting that corner. As you see some guys running that low line down the front straight. Are they going to be able to get back up high, getting into that corner? That's really where you see guys get 2-3 wide when they're doing that on the front straightaway. 71 though, he's trying to get those spots back on the inside. Not going to be able to clear coming out of the corner though, and that's the problem. Look, he's going to have 28 there, pushing to 26, and he kind of don't have that traffic help. People up past that, very important to make sure you have some of that.
They look like they
saw there for a quick moment. The bumper.
We're having some issues in front of me.
Really use the bumper on the straightaways, trying to assist the driver ahead to get
it's calm right now.
Forward. But at this time, you see the contact there. Zach Hall, Edward Shore Jr. off the exit of turn 4, rubbing against one another. And we saw that contact that got Vincent Source spun around. Somehow they keep it together with that move. But I got a feeling here, Justin, we might not have some friendly drivers between one another, but the way they are using each other up, again, just 20 laps, and they are using every little bit of this racetrack right now.
Oh, they're being racy. They know
24 right front.
Just caution, they want those points. They're being racy. For you,
Clear behind Q4.
you might be wondering why is he 17, 18 seconds back. I think I caught a yellow car spinning right after Anthony Gaudio hit the inside wall. It kind of flashed at the bottom of the screen. It caught my eye. It was a yellow car. I'm assuming that's got to be Aaron Smith. I see Lewis Newbigging get some contact there too, able to save it. But I think that's why Aaron Smith's back a little bit. I think he ended up spinning through that.
06 now down low.
I'm assuming no damage though, as he's continuing about 19 seconds back.
It's just one of those things where
24 and 6 split. 13 and 24 made a little bit of contact. That's like the third or fourth time in the last 3 laps.
we're seeing up front.
17 now looking low.
Still, our top 21 drivers are in the
24 low. 17 on your bumper. 24 low.
2 seconds of one another. The side-by-side racing is allowing this great action.
He took the air off my nose, had to check up.
Mover in this group is going to be Richard
24 clear.
in the 56, but you're also seeing drivers that maybe didn't qualify that well, such as Tom Bourne in the 06. He's moved up 17 positions. He qualified in 34th. You saw the slide that hurt him in qualifying. He's trying to push forward. You also have Brian McCann, a driver who needs some massive points. Chris Stitz, they're at the tail end of this.
Gonna have a slow car on the bottom coming up here.
He moves the push forward as the field continues the race.
Clear.
Maybe a puff of smoke coming off the exit turn 2. That was James Kunkel having issues for the next.
06 got a little loose right there.
Once again,
06 inside.
just being passed by this whole paddock.
17 still with you, following you through. You're clear all the way around.
Almost had that multi-accident wreck there on the front straightaway. A couple guys got damaged, but these guys are putting on a show of incident contact for certain. This track maybe not having the grip they're expecting. It looked like another puff of smoke there. Looked like that black and purple car there maybe got up in the wall. Is that the number 12 there?
All right, Brian, you're right back to where you qualified. P17.
Just the wall. Oh, that's something though, and yeah, sometimes you can get small little contacts as we have our Andrew Medlin cam now on, and you see James Kunkel in the 99 still struggling. He's just trying to run each lap possible as the rest of the field will have to move up a groove to get by that.
Kind of remind me of that old commercial of a pig hanging out the door with one of those whirly gigs.
Yeah.
Trent Jump, Matthew Rodriguez, and these drivers that are
3 wide ahead of you.
this is for 29th and 30th position.
And they're battling hard for 29th and 30th position.
Unless something big happens
They
here, I
are
don't think I'm gonna.
tagging doors.
They can get,
Yeah.
want to get by everyone. You see how aggressive these drivers are driving right now, tugging on that steering wheel, trying to get these cars to turn. You got some drafting right here between the 77 and 71, trying to get around the 16.
17 with you. 06
This group
not gonna have it off the exit. There you go. Still clear all the way around.
and being pressured by Drew Chua behind as well as also behind this 11 machine. You can see in the mirror they are trying to utilize the draft to push forward, but also trying to set up some passes as Drew Chua on the 77 wants to win another stage. But these laps are clicking away quickly. 3 laps to go before the stage yellow will be thrown, and only the top 10 drivers get the
Lap 19 next time by. P17.
Once he took the lead away from Edward Shore Jr., he has not given it away to anyone else as the 11 continues to defend, but expect to pass for the
Who's this
Your
hell down
teammates
there?
in
How
the
they
lead right
doing
now.
that?
Yingling. 17-24 behind you side by side. You're clear all the way around.
But
I ain't going down there again.
the 67
Left looking low. Left rear.
we got a little bit close to that wall. There's a chance for Stimpy in this next go around as we have 2 more.
24 inside.
The stage is over.
More laps to go, wants to make that move, but the big fear is if he doesn't make that move and he gets stuck.
Coming to lap 20. You're gonna have the run and the pull.
Just the 88 making that move to the inside of the 67.
Left rear.
His car side by side and crease that
It's clear.
in the air. But right here, we're gonna be on board, see if he can make a move going into this corner, trying to utilize that draft going off in front.
Coming to lap 20.
Now throws it
You're still clear all the way around.
again, and Larry Yangling's running that more preferred second groove right on that seam. And you can see that transition to the seam. Both drivers breaking loose just slightly in front of our leaders. They are having trouble right now off the exit of the corner, but we are on the last lap.
24 throwing it inside. He's all the way down on the yellow line.
Last driver is Nick Crawford, who's trying to defend.
There you go. Got a good run off. 13's inside now.
Top 10 drivers are on top of each other.
3 wide. You're up top.
Who's holding strong up front.
Holding strong, trying to get that stage win.
3 wide. Still up top. 13-24. Almost making contact. just the 13 now low, now the 61 low. He broke up, stalled out the 13. You got the spot to yourself, sir. You're going to come to cross the line, P15. Caution's out. Way to run, Brian. Good job.
Throwing it down low, going to be side by side.
I think I was killing that right front. We need to look at that when we get into pits.
It's Larry Yingling, but 10th place crosses just as
I got to back off that.
Yingling.
Got to back off that right
You're
front.
already all set up.
Long run.
The stage.
Let me give you back your spotter. That way you can count you in.
Third place, but Steven Stimpian, he got his first practice attempt to try to take that lead spot. Might need a little bit more on this next go around. Thanks so much for joining with us, ladies and gentlemen, as that is your first stage. Your top 10 going to be Larry Yingling in the 67.
Larry got it.
In second, Drew Jua in going to be in third.
Yep.
Is John for
Kelly fell back to 30th. He must have got
5.
something, some issues.
Then the rest of the top 10 getting bonus points. Going to be also seeing Gavin Rogers in 6, your winner from last week. Joshua Kanata 7, 8.
I feel like even though my right front is probably chewed up,
Top 10.
I think I was beating some of the guys in front of me on the longer run.
Giving the update of what was going on with Aaron Smith II.
Yeah,
Again,
you were.
issues for himself caught up in
You were faster than those around you 3 of the last 5 laps.
night. Other driver, a big update that fell backwards again, was caught up in our first caution back on lap number 5 here tonight. Vincent Soar.
That inside line 3 and 4, they were running it, but man, it sucked. I don't
He's got a
want to go
lot
back
of
down
work
there.
if he wants to get back inside of our top 10.
Now open.
He has the time, but as you said,
I ain't quite figured out 1 and 2 yet.
maybe
All right, close up on him, Brian. Don't give him anything.
get a really good stop. You get in that box, really perfect, Sam. Maybe you could gain 2-3 positions. Doesn't sound like much, but it's able to move you up a row or 2, and that's really important.
Let's see, 17th. Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, it's going to be extremely important, I think, if you can get a good stop here. Also, could be very important. Minimize your mistakes. These drivers, again, only ran 20 laps. But do you have the right brake bias to stop into your box on a dime to get the cleanest stop possible? We'll find out if any mistakes happen as they pull into pit road, being led by the 60
I see it.
of Larry Yingling. Not expecting any drivers to stay out, but it could be a good call if you're deeper in the field. Maybe stay out, get that bonus point for.
Oh, 92, so I'm not.
That's gonna be the case.
Okay.
Everyone into pit
All I
road.
need to
Here we
do,
go,
keep
Josh.
doing what I'm doing.
Nice.
Make your stops. Don't want to slide through your box, as most of these drivers hit their marks, but a few have to back up.
All right, that's it. Go.
no.
Back, come. Don't speed.
The time. But this race off pit road will be interesting. The pole sitter right there, he's got the shortest distance likely to go, but he did not go in as the leader. Will he be able to get the spots back? Is he guys starting to peel out already? Larry,
All right, good job. Don't cross the blend line.
Stippian did a great job. Going to come out second side by side. Should put on a great show for this restart. Look at this. 3
P14 up 1 spot. Nice.
Right here. Wow.
And they're making some small contacts between themselves. Great shot there. See the drivers exiting out of pit road. And now we get prepared for the race to win.
Yeah.
Tonight. The stage winner, again, going to be Larry Yingling. We'll see if we can queue up our stage winner, get his thoughts on tonight's race, because a strong start for that 67.
Is that going to put us on the outside here?
Now we bring up that 67. Larry, it's Sam and Justin up in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir.
Well, stage winner, you didn't get the pole, but you got the lead pretty quick. How are you feeling? How's this track feeling right now for the 67 machine?
It was pretty good. 1 and 2's nice.
No, but what I fear, and it may not be a problem now since it's lap 23, but if they get
The later goes in a run.
door banging and 3-4 wide,
Tires,
if they collect and just stop everything in front of me and the wall, I ain't got nowhere to go
center
on
off.
the outside. That's what my worry is.
Larry, Justin up here in the booth. Car looks great.
Especially out of 2 here on the start.
Saudi 88.
Somebody gets a little throttle happy.
Towards the end of that stage. Yeah. You think he...
And I'm just a sitting duck where I'm
right there on
at.
the long run, you think he's got something for you? You think you're able to just do what you needed to do there, stay in front of him?
On a positive note, you won't be pinched down on the bottom. So
That's a good question.
new tires, you have that little bit of a loose issue. You'll be all right.
Throwing the bottom pretty good. I did it once just to.
Did you just say send it up the middle?
I don't
You
know.
did
It's
a great job on that.
Yeah, it's
Me, no.
Oh, darn, I thought you did.
I got that weird loose, and I'm probably just gonna run the second.
I'm big.
No.
See what it gives me.
I'm big.
Sounds like a great call, Larry. Well, we'll let you focus up, send you back to your
You know
team.
Derek's thinking it.
Congratulations again on being the stage winner. Enjoy that, but hopefully we'll be talking to you at the end of this race.
Thank you, sir.
As we send Larry Yingling back to his team at Ying Yang Racing. Larry looked quick again, got that lead early after a mistake from Edward Sherwood Jr., our pole sitter. But Edward, great job through pit road, able to gain a few positions for the 71. He'll start in 3rd place as the field is set. No more stage racing from here. It's all about who's going to grab the win here tonight for the WSSR Cup Series, race number 5.
75 laps remaining.
Why not try something new that we haven't done for a while?
What do we got to do? Cut that in half?
We're going to see if we can do a little bit of a cranker up here for this restart. Let you have the it's like
yeah, you can do that.
36
go.
drivers ready to take the green. Again, it's all about the win. No more stage racing. Entering the Geico restart zone. And
on Monday night, they were going 40 to 40, 3 laps on a tank. So that's easily done. 56 inside. He's washing up a little bit. Try to hug that wall if you can. You're going to have a good pull here. There you go. Clear all the way around. Just get into your groove. Nine's going to come up in front. There you go. I love this track. Always have. All right, 9 low. He's all the way down on the white line. All right, coming on up. Left rear. Side by side. Left rear. Back side. He's coming back up. You're going to have the pull. 32 in front. Shane Therian now behind you. Clear low.
Ricky Fast broadcasting as the field is set and ready to continue on. As we were under that crank it up, Justin and I were talking.
All right, Brian, top 12.
Would be a question mark. Again, we weren't given the exact number. We were guessing around 30 to 35 laps. It's going to be the number that we're expecting on the fuel run for these drivers. Justin, it's going to make the rest of this race interesting because we could have a 1 to a 2 stop race. It matters on whose strategy might be the faster one from here on out.
Oh, if you could run 90% throttle down these straightaways that are super long and utilize that draft of cars in front of you, and save that little bit of fuel, roll out of the throttle, getting into the corners, you definitely can save a lap, 2, maybe 3 laps, depending on your style. If you could do that both times, it could be something where maybe these drivers are starting to think right now. I don't think anyone out front's going to be thinking that. Larry Yingling, he's pushing all that air. He's got that fast car. He's burning that fuel. So I don't think he's going to be thinking about saving fuel. But some of these guys back,
I think I'm just going to protect this top side and save my tire.
You might be able to get that win tonight.
Yeah, I mean, if there's going to be a driver that's up front that I've got my eye on, Nick Crawford in the 70.
You can find a line where that 32's not there. That'd be great.
That's on the outside.
That way he's not helping you shred that right front.
Wall losing a lot of momentum. Over 6 positions lost just by grazing the wall. Hurting moment.
24 left rear.
He's still in it. He's right on board.
A little bit of a checkup here, Brian.
To a Matt Muir. These two drivers just inside of about 30. And Matt Muir, a driver that's still trying to learn.
24 inside.
On iRacing.
Going to be 3 wide, 32 in the middle. You're up high.
He is the sole designer.
You're still 3. 24 sent it in. Back double.
Well as
32 left rear.
And I love the schemes that Matt Muir makes. The driving wise, super speedways is more of his strength. Here tonight, hoping to
clear 32, clear low.
Aiming for a top 20 finish here this evening.
Look at that beautiful paint scheme right there you got on it. 72 Matt Muir designs. That's a great looking car right there. So
24 inside.
2 nice cars in the
left front.
Right there. Going
clear.
Back straight away. But you know what? We were riding on board. Sam didn't see anyone shifting yet. Didn't really get a chance to talk about that. But as this run goes on, will drivers start go down? Will they start going down in the 4th gear? But paying the price of burning more fuel.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. Is it worth it with the fuel and trying to make some big moves with the fuel saving, or do you just make big moves while out on track? Because Vincent Sora is on his march to try to get back into the top.
Mostly single file up against the wall. You got a couple for about second and fourth that are double.
Campbell driving around.
And then, of course, fanning out into the corners.
With these drivers, even this far back, this is just outside of our top 20 where we're seeing this aggressive racing with one another. It's just as chaotic, even for the top group right now, as the drivers are side by side almost everywhere on course. 3 wide at moments up front, 3 wide back here in the further on the back. It certainly is fun everywhere you hold the camera. Right now, though, as we move back up front to our top 10, few drivers of note to watch out for. Douglas Newbigin in the 7, in that blue number 7, is making some big moves on the inside on that yellow line.
Got half a second behind you.
Drivers have been hugging the inside yellow line. And Justin, I think back to old other Michigan races in the past and older updates of iRacing, that yellow line was almost a no zone. You avoided it at all costs. This is kind of shocking.
It was too low on that turn.
Got
a little wiggly.
Yeah, it just seems down there visually when you're in the car, it seems like it's almost flatter, and it's amazing that some of these guys are able to.
Yeah, you haven't been down there often, that's for sure.
We've talked to Douglas Newbigin in the past, and I remember him specifically saying he was very.
Yeah, I'm just following.
Actually,
right
you know
now.
what? This is the track where we got our first win together.
Put it in. We're on
Was it?
right here. Look at that. He's able to pink down to the line, and he's picking the positions up.
Nice.
Just the speed from out of the corner is pretty amazing. He doesn't have a drafting help right here, so you're gonna see maybe if he pulls back up here and gets somebody in line there before anyone else is behind him. But I mean, it's just so hard to pass on that inside. But he's one of the drivers definitely able to make it. You see, he's got the grip down here. He's visually lower, so he gets a little loose there. Sam coming down the corner.
Yeah. The big thing, as we're right now aboard the 7, is the fact that he is getting looser and looser, getting closer to the apex of the corner every time he runs down there. He's using up a lot of these tires at the moment. As also, we got to move out as trouble for the 06 of Tom Bourne as he is sliding into the grass on the entry of turn 1. He's fallen all the way down to 33rd position. Trouble for that 06 that we saw at one moment running so well, trying to crack into the top 20. And instead finds himself being pushed down into the grass. It looked to be a late move of contact between the 06 and the 56. As we'll see here, you're going to see Richard Wilsonberg drop down, body slams Tom Bourne, and Tom Bourne goes for a ride. Keeps it away from going back into the field, but because of the bumps down on the apron, drifts it into the grass, and from battling just outside the top 20, put him back in 34th position. Troublesome spot for Tom Bourne as we now go back to live coverage because the battle for the lead is on. Steven Stimpy and Larry Yingling, the duel we were seeing come to the end of the stage, it has now commenced. The 88 showed signs of almost taking the lead, but he's going to go for another dive bomb slide job move, and it's giving an opening for the rest of the field to catch up. As Stimpian not able to make completely home contact off the exit of turn 4.
Well, that's going to break their momentum big time. Is anyone behind going to get a run? Look at this. These
I don't think there's big enough speed difference yet.
This top field. As you see the John Forbes machine, the 11, he's got a great run to the outside. He's might get up there and be in second position now.
No, if there was somebody in about 5th or 6th would probably have it by now.
Who can find the better assistance? The inside seems to be where the teammates are better in line. But it's our top 13, all within a second and a half of one another. And Larry Yingling defends for that attempt for the lead. We'll see for these next couple of laps. Steve Sippy is trying to mount.
We've been back green about 11 laps now.
This gap, the 88 seems to be setting up for maybe next lap or the lap.
Give or take.
For another attempt for the lead, but battling for 3rd place. We hop on board with Brian B. Johnson, and he's seen the crossing over of the Lucky Ducks. They're making some big, bold moves, trying to put themselves in line to utilize the bump drafting on straightaways.
Drafting.
That 24 is definitely going to work his way back to you. He's been pushing the entire time.
Douglas Newbigin before
caution's out.
Trying to make those moves. Just wasn't ever able to
yellow flag is out.
There goes the long run test.
Let's see.
It's going to be the 17 of Chris Stick.
You're definitely going to want to come down.
Bringing out a yellow flag after contact between the 17 and the 46.
We set you up.
Turn 4 set Stitz for a ride through the grass.
This will definitely change strategy, as this should put everyone comfortably into a one-stop race. But I know they're going to come in and get those 4 tires now. They'll be using.
Is it going to be a one-stop from here? Damn, we really have to save.
And going to be seeing track down Hardy dealing with the slight damage. You'll see the scrub marks.
All right, you're all set.
On his right side, but this is going to be slight contact off the exit at turn number 4. Great view here. Just contact off the exit when you're at your lightest. Then Chris Stitz trying to avoid pit road because he'll get a speeding penalty.
Do you need a tear off or no?
Get back on track.
Yes.
Hits the bump, which then sends him for a little bit of a slide.
Right.
Then this is the incredible move. Drifts, stays off the wall, but when he comes back across
What a hell of a
his
replay.
rear end crosses into the race.
All right, close up, sir.
Second drift driving on
Yeah.
by, brings out the yellow, but doesn't touch a single wall and doesn't get a penalty. Stitz still in this race.
In this race, that's the most important thing. Able to keep it clean, still has a chance. Got to finish this race on the lead lap to have a chance, and he's going to still have a chance to do that. You're going to see all these guys, they'll come in right now. We're expecting 4 tires. Don't think anyone's going to gamble with 2 at this point in this race, but who knows? I want 4 tires if I'm Larry Yingling and everyone else.
It's expected to be a 4 tires in fuel stop. And for us, we're going to take a quick stop as well, as we will take our first commercial break of the evening for this field. Currently, it's
13 blue is stop.
away as they enter pit road. But for us, we're going to be a little bit less
Ready.
laps into this, a little bit more than 40 laps.
All right, come. Don't speed.
Thank you for joining with us on your Wednesday night to give you coverage of the WSSR Cup Series, race number 5 in Michigan. It's been a good one so far. Only 2 caution on-track incidences.
Nice.
We'll find out and see.
Gonna make up one more, sir.
Right after this, we're more great racing action.
I started on the bottom though.
Pardon.
Top worked out real good for me last time.
You're good.
Thank you, Derek. Oh, perfect on the tires again.
How about that?
So if we can do that, and if this goes green, we might have a chance at top 10.
Look at that left rear, 93. That's interesting.
Putting all them horse torques down. Oh, I forgot to turn my air conditioner down. That's why it's so hot in here. Do it without wrecking. Yep. I ain't in a next-gen car. I'm in an air-conditioned room. And this is a game.
All right, Larry Yingling is leading. Drew Jewett to his outside. Pace car is going to go ahead and pull off, sir. All right, ready. Go. 24 got a bad start, but he's aggressive on new tires to try to stay with him if he can. Just watch the looseness. 11 outside.
And we are back.
11 still out there.
Didn't miss a thing, and it's all Larry Yingling.
There you go, sir.
Caught him.
Oh, he pulled up.
Behind them, it's the trio of Lucky Duck Racing, Drew Jua, Douglas Newbiggie, and Edward Shore Jr. waiting behind as they're having their own mini flying V, trying to push forward. A couple of other drivers struggling deeper in the field. Trent Jump gets pushed down to the apron, but for this field here tonight, Had a couple of on-track incidences, but could this be a change?
Get my top side and ride.
Looks like, based off these drivers, the way they're racing right now, Justin, this might
Yes, sir.
be more of a
All right, 11, keeping you tight up top. There you go.
tires now before you enter pit road for the final time of the night.
Yeah, with their 60 to go.
32 looking low, left rear. You're going to have the pull-offs.
Get in there 30 laps and then go from 70 to 100. But I mean,
Oh, he did it.
11 completely cut you there.
I stay agreeing with the way these drivers have had so much aggression.
I mean, it might
All
have
right, 9 down low now.
position that you're out of the danger zone. We've seen the middle of the field be the most headache-filled spot.
He came across
Clear
and hit
9, clear low.
bumper.
But other drivers, they've been making a lot more.
That's a bold strategy.
Joshua Kanata, one of those drivers at one
Or third.
Yep.
12.
and he's fallen back to 15th position, and he's battling with Vincent Sora, looking at a huge push from Ryan.
He just like I wants his top side.
Last season, that 3 machine hasn't shown any strength, but
Yeah.
it's just showing the difference from
We cannot make it to the end.
tonight, driving the Gen 7 next-gen machine. There's a lot of change.
No.
Josh Kanata, one of the fun drivers we get to watch here tonight. One of the few, we got a handful of them. You've seen
9
is that a
looking
good
left rear. 9 looking side. The wrecking in front of you. Go low. Go low, go low. There, hold on to it, hold on to it. Caution's out. Just hold on to the spot, Brian. There you go, there you go, there you go. You're good, you're good, you're good.
He's got that down.
Good save, sir.
Everyone around. And you get to see Kanata's wheelmanship
Heart rate check.
steady through the grass.
Okay.
And they'll keep it strong, but they're still
That's-
wrecking. Oh, the
I
big
don't even know
one
what to
just
say
continues to get
Anything
bigger and
ever
bigger,
happened to
bigger.
me.
Cedric Hunter,
There
you
is not
talked
a
about him
single
needing to
brake
stay in the
pedal
top
touch.
25
That's
in
awful,
points. I
you
saw him
guys
sitting
back
sideways.
here.
Not sure if he had damage, Sam. I saw a bunch of cars though.
I couldn't see
Let me take a look at your splitter and all that.
And Vincent Sora.
I saw somebody like right in front of me.
Yeah,
and
I'm
front
not
blacked
even
out.
good.
Take it back, actually. Vincent Sora was one of the drivers trying to avoid.
I saw somebody in front of me to the right, and then looking at my mirrors, somebody in my left rear.
But
It looked to be
Have fun,
Tom
guys. Let's see you on
Sinchek
next
in the
week.
26.
Nope, you're good.
Just
I don't see any damage at all.
to avoid a slow Nick.
Yeah, I don't think I hit anybody.
Pinched into a 3 wide that went wrong.
Trying to watch the replay.
Not only
here.
anybody, just going through, make sure that you
where
didn't.
you're at.
You'll
Just
start
tell me what you
Yeah,
got, buddy.
They're all
it's-
bunched up.
They're getting ready for
Gotcha.
Alright, I was having to wait on
going,
three, so we're getting
getting
situated
ready for a wreck. But you're going to see Nick Crawford
Oh,
see
10-4.
backing down and off the exit of the corner, 26.
Yeah, the bottom. Whoever was on the bottom come up into the middle guy.
Field and then
Wow, that was close.
the driver trying to get through. Oh, and Vincent Sore would have gone through, but he got piled by Ryan Kelly.
We'll have to remember that lap.
Slow down and it just-
44, 43, whatever it was.
none of these drivers. it
They
was
almost came down and got me.
over
Yep.
108.
It's a good thing I went in the grass.
And for some,
Almost.
break was not a necessary.
And then I almost spun out in the grass. It's hard to
And now
drive
you
this
see
car in that bumpy grass.
About 8 to 12 drivers forced into pit
It is.
road. Currently, it's Bronson Stafford.
That's why I was saying, great job.
Fire damage still sitting to get repaired.
Yeah, I didn't realize how bad it was just watching this replay right now.
Machine gets slammed into the outside of the wall and then go for a ride and see the
was a
smoke
big
line.
ride.
Oh no, you see the 15 Ken Campbell, my pick, could not survive that accident. Looked like
Big
he had
wreck.
some damage to the front end. Someone,
Aaron Smith made it through.
You see a bumper there laying right there in the infield. Not what these drivers wanted to have happen here before we even got to halfway. A lot of them now gonna have heavy damage.
You can see they're sitting in
Number 11, who is that?
Jack and a couple of others still sitting.
John Jr.?
Service done.
Did he-
Tom Sinchek still
Did he call
John
that?
Forbes.
Same for Ollie Vincent.
I don't remember what the 11 did.
Stafford, Zach Hall,
Let's see.
as well as Ken King.
Oh,
Watching
he's
it
the
right
one
now.
that cut in front of me on the straightaway.
Done.
Yeah,
Involved in that wreck. That is 27.
Let's see. Where are you
down
at
to
here?
34th position. We're forced into pit road to get some type of damage repair done. A few drivers topping off with fuel.
I got you now, Derek.
Nick
55.
Crawford, Matt Meir, and Tyler Dangler. So they're going to be going with an off-ball strategy for themselves, but the rest of the field deciding not to pit. And this timing of this wreck, horrific timing, because this was not the space that I think some of these drivers wanted to get that final pit stop of the night.
No, definitely.
I wonder if they went in to get fuel to make it. I didn't even think about that. But all these guys in front of me didn't, so that's why I'm staying out.
Maybe 5 or 6 more laps on fuel than these other guys. And if they're expecting those guys to split it and pit at lap 70, maybe these guys can go to 80 now, just with these caution flags. And then maybe they might catch some guys a lap down, or you know what, Sam, they might be thinking, if I can go 7, 8 more laps, they're going to come back in and put tires back on because they're going to have 7 or 8 laps on them, and then they might be the leader with 4 fresh tires. And it's a strategy play. I mean, you never know. It can happen, and if it does, it could be the winning call for someone who's right now in the back of the pack.
As we can,
That was the 26 that came up and collected the 32 and the 24.
now I've seen it. Jared
Tom
So Tom Sinchak.
emergency that he has step away. We hope for the best for Jared when he comes back to racing next week. As next week these drivers, it doesn't get any easier. Pack racing continues on.
All right, buddy.
To
Top 10.
Daytona Super Speedway. You get to see the pack racing next week. I see a little bit of a glimpse of the team work
Hi, Tyler.
at Atlanta at the start of the season. Next week, do not want to miss that great racing action. But up front, with some of the passes, some of the moves, Drew Jua going to be in that.
All right. Yingling's leading.
Larry Yingling.
Ready, go, go, go.
Oh, I got a bad start.
Green on the inside row. Thank you so much for joining with us on your Wednesday night. The WSSR Cup Series is back to green flag action. Larry Yingling takes the green, but watch out.
But you got the high side.
2, 3, 4, ready to go after this 67 machine down in turn 1.
7 got that great restart though, able to get in front of everyone. Look at that Snubik and back to the inside. He's going to try and get around these drivers now while he's got the fresh tires. Doesn't want to risk getting too loose, but just does not have that.
All right, 9 left front.
Lane before getting by him. This is 7.
You got a good runoff. He's very, very slow on the bottom.
Going off into turn 3. He's got help down there at 71. He's going to be down there pushing him, coming out of the straightaway. If he's able to stay with him, this might
Way down the white line. Still door to door.
It's going to be 3 wide for
Coming up to get an entrance into the corner.
the teammates of Lucky Ducks.
Still side.
Rogers trying to help out the 3-time champ of Larry Yingling, and Yingling keeping a nose ahead. But will Drew Jua really?
You're going to have a good runoff.
Drivers
Still door.
stealing away from that yellow line, and it's going to get
Left rear.
to Larry Yingling, but the bump trap from Edward Sherwood Jr. a little bit early and gets actually Drew squirrely there. The advantage to the outside with the bump trap.
9 back to door.
5, 6 drivers all on top of one another, and you're seeing the advantages and disadvantages of the different
3
lanes
wide.
to take through the
88, 9. 88
speed
in the middle.
on the straightaways, as we're seeing Edward Sherwood Jr. right now trying to assist Drew Jua to take the lead.
9 way down low. Got a little loose. Just the 88 now.
Driver of Larry Yingling.
All right, back 3. Back double. 88 inside.
Trying to actually, it looks like he's trying to give help to both drivers
88 left rear.
for drafting, so that maybe it's trying to keep them side by side, make them lose their tires.
88 threw it in. Back door.
7, he's a great, smart, talented driver. That's why you're seeing him up front right now. These guys can't get around him, but they're trying.
Still there.
7 machine, he's still down there to the bottom. He hasn't left that bottom all race long.
No, and Drew, we're seeing drivers.
88 left rear.
His favorite spot, but Douglas Newbicking, one of the few drivers that really is enjoying that yellow line through the corners. We're seeing the outside.
Going to get a good runoff. 7's going to be low.
I think
For them.
You're going to take 2 here. Clear 88. 7 inside.
Poking his nose underneath the 28 of Brian P. Johnson, and John Ford
7 left rear. 9 with you.
the field close.
7 inside.
6 for
He tagged that yellow line a little bit. Broke his momentum.
They got
You're going to have his spot as well.
It's enabled the rest of the field.
Bring you up to P7. Keep it going, Brian. Good job.
The field does close right in. I mean, we had some of these guys, they were battling for 2nd and 3rd spot. Now they drop back to like 4th, 5th, 6th, kind of stuck there on that inside. That outside line's got that run going. Able to keep the cars wound up a little bit more down the straightaways.
9 and 7 both coming inside.
So they got more draft help.
Now it's just a 9 left rear.
Now see Edward Sherwood Jr.'s camera. He's moved down
11 cut you off.
with Douglas Newbicking.
God, that guy, I tell you.
Row. This breaks loose. He's going to lose a lot of time for the 70.
All right, 9 back inside. 88 with you.
Edward Sherwood Jr., he has to move high, but almost gets tapped by Brian McCann in the corner. These drivers recognizing we have to defend the outside on the
Oh,
street.
that's the 71. That's sheer, not the 11.
Utilize a bump trap if you have a chance to get up there.
I read his roof number wrong.
Just not a lot of spacing to work.
I didn't see the front of the 7.
And the battle for the lead is back underway. Gavin Rogers, winner from last week at Long Beach. He
Clear all the way around, Brian.
to win at an Old Bull. He felt like he could have won back at
9 looking inside. Gave you a little bit of a love tap first.
tracks as well. But here tonight, didn't grab the pole.
88 with you. Left rear now.
Got the best chance to win here tonight inside of Larry Yingling.
88 still there. 9's going to try sliding up.
Chance that we've seen in a while for this
88 and 9 splitting your car on the bottom.
slide job move. Pass for the lead is made, but here comes the run. Crossover move from
Just a 9.
Gonna jump
9 left rear.
inside, get along
Back the door.
behind him too. But the big problem's going to be, is he going to be able to hold the inside coming in?
9's going to try to pull ahead, sliding up.
Should be able to get in front of the 75.
Clear. 7 behind you now.
Slide up in front of him though on the exit.
the spacing and will just finally clear in front of Gavin Rogers. Rogers will take
Devin threw it in inside. He's on the bottom.
to the front.
On the yellow line.
Pass and the move that maybe Gavin Rogers needed to take in and learn for later on in this.
Clear 7.
More with Brian Johnson as he runs in third place. Johnson, winner of this inaugural race back in season 2. On the
9 left front.
Michigan
He's only in that second group. Stay in your line.
spot.
Now 7 inside.
Past driver.
Damn, did you
Devin
see Ed?
absolutely threw it in.
Driver that has won this race.
Yeah, I have no idea how he just did that.
And trying to do as Johnson gets a little bit wiggly, and he's got a little bit of a
That 7, I don't think he lifted in that corner.
to lose as he gives an opening for Sherwood Jr. to move up. But Shane Tarian, the 9 machine, now going to be side by
He
side.
had a stamp put
88
on that
now
envelope
inside.
and licked it and sent it.
Very efficiently, quietly, every position.
Yes, he did.
And he's avoided a couple of scary moments, but the 9 is willing to make some big slide job moves to try to take these positions away.
That's what you got to do. You got to not
All right,
ride
7 again inside.
the tires.
He's not going to be able to do it this time.
Pull it to the inside.
He's going to slide up in front of you.
Do the slide job, get in front of that driver, and get back to that outside line for that draft. As you see right here, the 9 and the 11 so close to each other.
All right, back to P9. These guys are killing their tires, Brian. Just keep your pace.
As you see, the 11 tucked up there behind the 77. Less air going on in front of the car, and you just see the momentum pulls the 11 forward.
On the 11 forward, also seeing Douglas Newbigin, so a little bit of a heads-up move. And the 9 blocking off,
that
doing
was
what we
a-
call
All right, single file all the way back to you.
a slight nosa in front of the 7. Also a huge wiggle from the 88. Going to be Steven Stiffy, and Stiff holds on for the 88 machine. Big wiggle off the exit of turn 4. And Justin, we saw this going to the end of the stage.
What are
A
you
lot
running
of
for a
drivers
wheel?
getting loose after 20 laps into a run. You said that was a window to watch out for. We're starting to see a lot of drivers, the handling starting to fade here off the exit of these corners.
But we're in that window, but the window we're also in is where that 88 machine coming to the stage at lap 20. We thought he was going to take the lead from Larry Yingling. He was all over him. Larry Yingling, we talked to him during the stage break. He was concerned that the 88 maybe had more speed on the long run. But right now, you're not seeing that out of Steven Stimpy, so not sure exactly what happened with him, that he's back there in 10th position, but just not able to make the moves forward. We thought he was going to be someone that was definitely going to challenge the 67.
Ryan Kelly, who got a little bit of contact during our last caution, the big one. A lot of drivers involved that looked to be quick in the middle of the field. The 3 has been able to recover, and this is looking like a Ryan Kelly type of a race where maybe he didn't qualify well. But I think back to his rookie season, Kelly would sometimes be very sneaky as Shane Tarian up front makes a diving move, trying to force it 3 wide and go for a pass up inside of our top 5. But Ryan Kelly, that rookie season, maybe didn't qualify well, but he would march his way forward. And every pit stop, you get faster and faster until he was inside the top 5 and threatening for a win. Speaking about threatening, the 9 of Shane Tarian.
You guys are coming up on some lap traffic.
He's trying to make some big, bold moves, and he's around some aggressive drivers. We've seen Drew Jua willing to make some bold moves. And the leaders pass cars that are exiting out of pit road. It is still Larry Yingling leading the charge. In front of them, they do have a lap car that they might have to
Way
wait
to find some somewhat clean air, Brian.
next lap to 3 laps. We'll have to
88 looking low, left rear.
It's all Larry Yingling and Edward Sherwood Jr. at the moment.
Still there.
But that 71 machine,
Clear low.
Bolster, remember, never led the first lap. Got shuffled back early. Look at this, driven back up.
88 back inside.
Excuse me. Trying to get under the 67 though, going to turn 1. Is he going to be able to get this lap led? He's going to drive it off into that corner to 67. He's going to try and side draft him.
Oh, boy.
Oh no.
77 falling back.
Squeeze. They're going to be cycling back to 3 wide. The 77
Left rear, 88's back with you.
fires quick.
77's in that second lane. Hold your line.
Battle for the lead is still between
77 sliding up a little bit. Keep your line.
time bomb moves. It's Douglas Newbig.
88's giving you a little bit of a shove. They are 3 wide behind you.
That yellow.
Good job, sir.
And Edward Sherwood Jr. from the pole getting loose.
Lap car all the way on the bottom. You're clear of him.
is. We're going to be seeing Larry Yingling once again. Crossover move, doesn't want to give up this position. Trent jump, stays on the apron. Classy move from the lap car, but Yingling does not want this lead position to go away. They continue to fight side.
88's going to give you a little bit of a push here.
He's in the better position. The tires were protected, and the 71 is back to the hole.
Looking low.
The 67, he's going to want to try and get up.
He's way low.
So he's not losing.
11 going to have to check up. 77 now with you. 28 outside.
67 also and try and get around him.
77 giving you a push.
He would not have
28 still outside. 11 also outside. Now just the 11. 77 looking low. 3 wide. You're in the middle.
We're going to probably start seeing that
Clear low.
shortly here. Maybe the next 7 laps, drivers might be waiting to get those fresh tires.
Like ghost and move.
Just 11 right rear.
Stuck in
31 looking 3. Back double. 30. I'm sorry, 3 outside.
way, almost in the third position in this field.
Lost my outside spot.
Almost like an accordion, it stretches out, then it comes back together.
Let's go, I'll find it for you.
Guard of who's got the better tires to work with and better positioning. You can see here of John Forbes runs at 8.
13 outside now.
Will he have himself in a position to try to make these passes possible as the 3 of Ryan?
Still outside.
He's trying to make some bold moves. You also see Brian McCann getting into the picture here. Here's some of the drivers that were battling for inside of the top 20. Now
13 still there.
Just to get inside of our top 10.
It just shows how.
If he gets a good pull here, which he does, clear up.
But I tell you, Carter Strong is Mr. Yellow Line. I know right now we're on board with Brian McCann back here in the, looks like he's in the 12th position, I believe. But up front, that Douglas Newbigging, he's ripping the bottom and he's really making it work down there. I wasn't sure how he was going to be able to make it work, but he was able to drive on by these guys and he actually was able to take the lead on that last
77 left front, 77 door.
Have to watch out for going to be the 9th machine of Shane Terry and Brad McCann trying to make the outside lane work. I think he's trying to find someone that's going to be helpful or a lane that will move forward if possible. But Douglas Newbigging back to the point up front, and it has been Sean Edward Schubert Jr., Douglas Newbigging switching from the Gen 4 over to this next-gen vehicle. It has breathed new life into these drivers that at what moments were
77 inside.
Well, they've had the potential.
77. Ooh, that was close.
In the last
My computer
He
went
touched it with the air.
to win.
About 5 frames a second there. I don't know why it had to do that in that spot.
Shane Terry, a driver that feels like this is his redeeming season. Felt like he should have taken the Season 8 championship, but Benjamin Nelson had the miracle
11.
in the final 5 laps to save the extra fuel. The 9, he wants to lock himself into the playoffs and have another chance at a championship. As we ride on board with Steven.
You know, the whole licked it and sent it. He just went to the lead.
Looking out of control, trouble, Stim.
Yeah, that 1 and 2 bottom.
In that first and second group.
If you can do it, you can make it work.
Wow, the announcers, they were worried about me at lap 55 while I was back in 10th and falling back. And then all of a sudden he just turned it on, he drove down to the inside, looked like he had a tremendous amount of grip, was able to get to the inside of some cars, pick off a couple positions, and now all of a sudden he's right there on the 67th bumper trying to pass the leader who was leading about 5-10 laps ago when we were talking. So Stympian definitely has that long run speed, just doesn't have the track position yet. If he gets it, watch out.
Certainly
3 inside.
watch out for Ryan Kelly as well. Get to be a driver that's trying to sneak his way forward. One driver
Clear 3, clear all the way around.
which is not his friend, and it hasn't been so since I think
3 back in, way on the yellow line. 77.
10. He is
Back with you.
12th position. Drivers that are taking those spots away, it's going to be Steve Stympian. It's Brian McCann. And so
88 now inside.
forward, Danny Cochran qualified 24th. He's up 11 positions. And just seeing the sights of the
88 sliding around just a little bit. Looking okay though.
here this
You
evening.
should have the run off.
Fight. You are
There you go.
spot possible.
Clear low.
We are now in that awkward zone. Justin pit stops could be calling for the field here in the next 10 to 8 laps.
It definitely could be. I mean, we're probably close to that window right now.
I saw him check you up a little bit. 77's not going to have the run though.
Going right now and take that full fuel, 4 tires, and go the whole distance. But the problem is,
Hold your line, Ryan.
you know, out there with Mac's help of
Don't let him make you choose low.
sure tires will make a difference, but what you're going to be losing with the draft out there. But
There you go.
Some of those guys who topped off there, they might be able to get to lap 75, 80, and they can go a lot longer. Will they do any strategy? Maybe go and take 2 tires. 8 gallons of gas, get out fast, save 6, 7, 8 seconds on the
Fill that hole he's going to make for you.
Might do anything different. So that could be something to keep an eye on.
Well, those drivers you were talking about that topped off on fuel to watch out for are going to be drivers outside of the top.
There you go.
Position back here.
67 inside, clear 67.
On fuel. Then also drivers
Back inside,
Crawford in
the top 8.
fourth. And then also Tyler Dingler, who we're just looking at in this SpongeBob scheme for himself, trying to find a way to stretch the fuel out. Zach Hall, who was part of the big one that took out a lot of drivers, squeezing that 3-wide move that Tom Sinchek kind of moved up and forced the 3-wide wreck. And you see also the rest of the field just kind of sputtering to stay in a spot on the lead lap and banking on a yellow. But as the field continues to race on up front, it is Douglas Newbigging, Shane Terrian getting very close to one another. Talking about pit stops, though.
Oh, we don't have to worry about green flag pit stops.
In the 56.
Caution's out.
Bring out the yellow flag.
There you go.
With the spin on the back stretch, and this.
All right, let me see.
The last pit stop of the night.
Oh, they're definitely going to go and get 4 tires. Definitely want those 4 tires. And if anything else happens with yellow later on, these guys will be going in and using that last set of tires. But you're going to see right here what happened to them.
All right.
Did you have it set
Again,
to 5
make sure
gallons?
you stay on the back end of the car in front.
Turn 2 snapping loose.
Nope, I didn't change anything there.
This car as much
It's up to it's showing me 20.
moment. And
I bumped it up. I wasn't sure if you set it to 5 for a reason or not.
we're gonna do. It snaps loose.
Oh, no.
The green
Nope.
flag's still out. So also see Matt Muir having troubles. Green flag is still out even at this moment. It's actually not going to be until this slide here.
All right, let me give you back your spotter.
At this moment when he cranks it back at this locking
There
point.
you go.
That's when the caution was thrown.
All right, stay on the back end of that 13, all the way in.
I can think of where if you're sliding on the back stretch and you're on the apron at that spot, it's going to throw a yellow.
Yeah, one of those things in the matrix.
It's off.
You don't see the yellow for single flag or single car incidents, but definitely right there caught one. But that changes a little bit of strategy here. These guys are all coming in, though. Like we said, everyone's going to be wanting 4 tires. Most important, do not slide through that pit.
I didn't know
13 blew it again.
Lose major positions and gain some major positions, but Douglas Newbigging going to be one of those drivers deep in the field. He did not qualify well.
Ready.
For the machine, so when he gets rolling,
Come.
you might have a few drivers that are
Don't speed.
out and also trying to still get into their box. The 7 starts rolling. Also going to be seeing a few other drivers trying to take off, but could anyone steal the top spot from Douglas Newbigging from pit row?
There you go.
Yingling's going to be trying to take off.
P6, Mr. McCann.
Oh boy.
The 9 machine. It is going to be 3 positions.
2 spots in there.
For Shane Terrian in there. He was in second place at the time of that yellow.
Tires were 85, 87 that time, so I was a little heavy on the right front. Not too bad.
It done. He's going to be able to line up on
A little bit longer of a run.
row. Very important to him.
Yeah, we only got 30 laps here.
Tremendous speed on that long run. We're gonna find
There's gonna be some people using that bottom side. It's unfortunate. I don't know how to do that.
guys on the outside gang up on him and utilize that draft on the straightaways. It'll be a really great restart, seeing what happens with those guys, but most importantly, they're going to want to be talking to those drivers behind them, hoping that they can give them a good push on these restarts.
So far, 3.
Him, Larry got shuffled back to 14th.
Mike Tellier after hard collision early in this race. Anthony Gaudio also major troubles during the big first couple of wrecks. 29.
Cedric's lucky he came out where he did by how much he blew his pit box.
That forced him to call it a night as well. As we're under pacing, though, gives us the time to say thank you to our amazing sponsor that helps out here for the WSSR Cup Series. They've been our trophy provider since season 4, and that is Trophy Smack. Trophy Smack is your one place to go to find yourself a championship belt, ring, trophy, and more. If you're looking for pre-made, or if you would like to customize it for your own liking, TrophySmack.com is your one-stop shop to go. As well, if you are looking to get yourself a metal plate of your own custom image to be placed up for some of the drivers here in the WSSR Cup Series, they've got race wins of a wall smack. You pick your image. Wall Trophy Smack will put it on a metal plate that you're able to put on a magnet.
All right, so it's
your wall if you'd like.
Newbigging, Rogers, Johnson, Forbes, Therian, Yu, Jua, and Shearer behind you.
Or a wall smack. Remember to use the promo code WSSR Smack for 10% off. Thank you so much to Trophy Smack for being the trophies provider again since season 4 to now season 9. As Gavin Rogers will be your lead driver, Douglas Newbigging will be on the inside. Newbigging will be your lead driver. Gavin Rogers on the outside. We get ready to go green here tonight. We are expecting that if we stay green, we won't need to pit again. But that's going to be the big question. Can we stay green for less than 30 laps?
All right, pace car's off. Get ready.
We've seen drivers
Ready.
use up their tires.
Go, go, go.
Who's going to be protecting? Who's willing to push? It's time to find out as the Michigan 200 for race number 5 of the season is underway. We're green with going to be 29 laps to go.
77 inside, sheer behind you.
On, and where's his teammate?
Watch the looseness at first.
In the likes of 6.
Good exit.
Position. The 7 is on his own now.
7's on his own. They're going to fan out
77 left front.
coming out of the corner. But I tell you what, is that orange car going to be aggressive to get
Clear all the way around.
front to number
Sheer going to try to give it a little bit of gas here.
Just back. He thought
Just inside.
7 if that caution didn't come out.
Left rear.
He worked hard though. He lost.
He's all the way down to the bottom.
Cycle, not what he wants to do, but you see he's on that inside. Looks like he might be
Coming up. Get a good entry.
Yeah, look at that.
Left rear.
He's on the move.
Door.
He's on the move, but
2 on you now.
Rogers finds the momentum on the outside, and the 75 will have the nose ahead down into turn number 1. Doing
He'll have the run off.
where he's been all race
And clear.
that yellow line, while the 75 is hoping to stay side by side. The run off the corner is going to go to Gavin Rogers. Shane Tarian bounces high, defends, pushes back the 7, and let the conveyor belt begin. That's Gavin Rogers. He tries to defend the inside row as he'll give both sides a little bit of draft help on the straightaway. But Shane Tarian, watch out for this run. That 9's going to look for a dive bomb move into turn number 1.
Yeah, you saw
77 left front.
the backfire when he lifted there, right? Crossing that wake of the 75, getting into turn 3.
77 absolutely threw it in.
Make sure he's
71 now left rear.
has all that air going on.
77 tried a little bit of a slide there. Didn't work for him.
He was one of those drivers that we saw sliding through the.
All right, so 71, 77 splitting your car. Now it's just the 77.
He's avoided the accidents. We know he's fast, and he's slowly getting back.
Now 71 left rear. Door.
Let's go.
Still has
3 wide ahead of you.
done if you
Stay with the 11.
10,
Still 3.
15.
77 in the middle. 2's with you.
Up front, top 3 going to be single file, still trying to pick
You are clear low, sir. Good job.
this one front. You can see the it's going to be looking at driver of Edward
71 all the way down low.
low side middle, and it's the outside row just making
He just cut the 77 off inside.
smells. It's now Danny Cochran going to be that outside driver.
Keep the high side. You're clear.
Make the outside lane work, and it is for now, but later on in this race, those tires are not going to be feeling comfortable for themselves.
All right, 71 looking low again.
Edward Sherwood Jr. It looks like we're seeing that change up of plans. If you weren't able to crack into the top 3, you're backing off. You're giving up those spaces.
71 left rear.
Cooled off and have
Clear.
an advantage later on.
We want that event.
Yeah, I love the top.
They're double wide, first through fourth. This should be able to bring you back in.
75. Try and get that
2 on you. 71 threw it in again. Going to try to slide up. No hold.
whole lead on that restart. He's going to try and work back on that inside line. You're going to have them running 3 different.
He's got to be killing his tire doing that too.
All right, back clear.
lead though still. And you're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
see here to
I have no doubt.
Draft help. Is he going to fall back to 4th?
As we're going to be having
The track has gotten a lot tighter.
WSSR Brian B. Johnson. Yeah, he's been searching for another championship.
Track temp's down to 107, so that makes sense.
Solidify himself as the most winningest driver in this series. It's been the back and forth between the 28 and the 15 of it. I mean the 51 of Vincent Sora. But here tonight, Shane Tarian leads this.
2's behind you. 7 left rear.
Where he's at right now. We're seeing drivers that were willing to work through traffic. Get up front. Your top 4
Clear again.
drivers that have had to advance forward.
P6, sir.
Biggest mover.
24 to go.
Douglas moving up 23 positions from where he started. That's
71 again. Back low.
in the middle of the field. It is still a cluster of where is the best place to run at this moment, because it doesn't look to be safe anywhere at this time.
No, we've seen that all night. We actually
Nice.
we saw them 3 and 4 wide
Follow that 11.
on that first pit at the
Close
end.
the hole that he just opened.
Guys are aggressive. They want
7's going to get a little loose coming up.
Just give and take amongst.
Definitely have to check up.
There's and the field is actually trimmed down a little bit with some drivers exiting this.
There you go. 7 inside.
That is just absolutely amazing, the effort these drivers all put into this league. I mean, in the first 50 laps, we thought Larry England was walking away with this race. It seemed like no one could get
71 left rear. Two's going to walk back up behind you.
12th position back there to 88. He was also fast. He's right there alongside him. Seemed like those two are not
7 inside.
all from each other tonight. But it's just amazing showing how the field is so strong that drivers are just everywhere.
They're 3 wide behind you. 74 looking low. 77 left rear. You may end up 3 wide here.
Position. Well, they were falling back to you.
They're 3 wide behind you. 7 now to your inside.
Good call out on that one. I didn't see
Clear
it.
low. P5 now belongs to car number 8.
At this moment, you look at other drivers though. This is the battle for 19th, 20th position. Falling back down to 22nd is Brad Delp, but in front of him.
7 back inside.
And actually,
2 still with you.
didn't mean to. Richard Wolsifer, he's up to 20th. Also seeing Zach Hall put the pressure on
2 and 7 now, side by side behind you.
the 32, and he is now still trying to muscle his way to get a decent finish here tonight. They'll slot in line, and it's
7 still trying to get that bottom side to work like it did before.
one another here.
So far, it's just not there for him.
The advantage of definitely using the cautions to get your damage fixed helps you in a long race like tonight. I mean, we still have 20 laps to go, so if you didn't get any damage fixed, you might have a chance if we get some cautions here, but if not, you got to try and stay in that draft and utilize that ability to try and block the wind so that if you do have a little bit of damage, you can try and hide it. Definitely don't want to have damage here, though. Pull out.
Shane,
Way to go, Brian.
So your car might be
P5.
Is that damage?
Yep.
As Brad McCann in the Shane runs 5th. You've seen in front of him currently it's the 11 of John Forbes, as well as Ryan Johnson, Gavin Rogers, Shane Terrian. Your top 5 currently with McCann in 5th. And up front, all pretty much staying in line.
7 sending it inside.
There's a little bit of movement happening with Drew Chua, Edward Chua Jr. trying to make some moves to get back in the fight.
Hold on, sir.
This new big 8, this might be fun.
There you go.
Use a little bit more throttle that time.
7 left rear and clear.
Across the line. But did you wait too long or did you not wait long enough? It's going to be the true question here this evening. And another driver I want to give note and credit to, Nick Crawford.
7 back inside again. He's down on the yellow line.
Stayed only back in 24th position.
Now next groove in. He's got you pinched by the wall. Hold your line.
Taking a late pit stop.
Clear.
Just top off the fuel only. Now back into the mix. And just out inside of our top 10 is that 74 machine.
You got to give it here.
7 left rear.
In front of the 74
Door.
13.
Ooh.
We saw him sitting sideways at one point, one of the cautions.
Left rear.
He would have some damage, fall outside that top 25.
Clear again. 2 gave you a little bit of a shove. There you go.
Car under control. Look at this big
Caution's out.
slide. Is he going to save
Oh
it?
no, I am so sorry to the field. Commentator's curse. It's Nick Crawford. And he
Way to go, Brian.
Chris Stitz.
Big gains there.
And yellow flag is out. Oh, Nick,
You got 1 set of tires left.
I know
Oh.
for sure.
Yipper. Setting you up now.
How many people's going to take 2?
It's whacked with the commentator's curse.
You see another
I don't think any.
sitting right at the line. I mean,
Yeah, we're taking 4 here. I ain't trying it.
couldn't save it, it looked like.
And
Yeah.
another driver that got
Yep.
contact.
Let's see. No fuel.
We see this
Tires. All right.
just simple.
Back to giving your spotter back.
Drew Jua snaps loose, overcorrects back into the field, and then the 7.
Stay on the back end of the 11 all the way into the pits.
Bang, lose that front flip and bumper, and Stitz
Now it's going to get hectic.
himself into pit road with required damage for himself.
I was hoping it would finish like that because
Doesn't have required damage.
I don't think we could have got out of line. I think we would have just had to take a 5th there,
Fixed. That's for sure.
which is fine with me.
Let's see right here. Look like we're getting a different.
I would have got you inside the top 16 in points easily.
This shot that he just clips into that 74.
Got the windshield tear off on.
No, it's off.
But also
Turn it on.
getting loose, and he's strapped
A little dirty up here.
Stitz to go. He's just
All right.
praying for an opening, and it just never opened
All right.
up. Loses the front bumper and clip, and for Stitz, another week of being a victim, and now going to be sent into pit row. The 17 just cannot catch a break this season. It was hit by his teammate back at Texas, and then he was caught up in another.
Won't let me, so it's on you.
at Martinsville.
All right.
And it was not a
Max speed, don't speed.
beach for the 17, but this is strategy time. 17 laps to go. And for some drivers, this could be your final time to use your last set of tires. They were given 4 sets to work with, and it looks like this is the call. Pit road. But who takes 2 tires? Who takes 4? Justin, this is the gamble a lot of drivers are setting up for.
All right,
I
that's
think
it.
some
Go.
people
All right, come. Don't speed.
2 tires. I mean, they've done updates on iRacing. I've heard of some people saying that Charlotte, in other races, I've heard that Charlotte 2 tires worked. So it could work here. I mean, look at these guys are definitely coming out of the pits earlier.
We got some 2
Let's
tire
see.
takers.
Some damage right there.
Ryan Kelly took. Yep. Ryan Kelly took 2.
Some of these guys may be on different tires. We're gonna find out as soon as you get that update.
Ryan Kelly in the 3 machine will take 2 tires. A perfect stop for Brian.
That's weird. It's telling me that Tom Senchak's time is a 51:63. There's no way.
Tank of fuel, half a gallon and a half. I mean, a tank and a half. What these drivers can put in, because he only got a 13.7 second time. That's
in the top 2, Kanata and Senchak stayed out.
Biggest loser enters pit road first. He'll fall
Top
down
2
to
stayed out.
6th position for the 9.
I don't want to lose these
Last time they were on
into the run.
pit road was like 60, 69.
You got a gas
Get
can
a
on the
really
outside
good
of your car.
restart. The restart is going to be important to determine who potentially wins this race.
At least I get the
I
outside.
don't want to lose any spots and be going backwards with only 15 laps to go. It's a big track, but the laps definitely, they click away pretty fast at this track.
And for our top
Shoot, we only had
All
96,
right, man,
96.
we're going
this
green next time by.
restart, Joshua
All right, man.
Kanata,
Line up
Tom
on the outside road
Senchak,
now.
both did not pit. This is our first kind of sense of what it's like to be on old tires. And for Tom Senchak, he is also dealing with damage on the 26 machine. And
The outside leader has damage.
Kanata was snapping loose
Ollie,
off
what's
the
your
exit of the
damage like?
corner.
I know
Oh,
you
my
and I have been
goodness.
about the same.
Miserable for the front row, and I'm gonna be kind of shocked gets going.
I don't see a whole lot if he does.
The worrisome of how much damage does the 26
Broadcast
we start on the outside.
talking about damage on the 26, and
It'll be hard.
the other guy was snapped loose earlier in the race.
Yep, I'm looking right now.
If you have any damage, they've done the model here. What you used to be able to kind of get.
Yeah, he's got a little bit on the right rear.
That 15 seconds of optional damage repair, but now it seems like even slight contact, you're starting to get a little bit more.
Now it's like
He
Daytona.
might have tagged the wall a little bit, but his nose and whatnot actually looks pretty good.
More realistic than maybe what it was previously. They got that damage model figured out, so we're gonna find out what happens to the 16.
Yeah, I think the top 2 stayed out. Yeah, top 2 stayed out.
Gonna be Joshua
And then some 2 tires
Yeah.
in front of me.
Tom Senchak, old tires. Last time they were in pit.
Oh, Kelly, just 2 tires?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be interesting.
Ryan Kelly took 2.
The 3 machine Ryan
10-4.
on the inside,
Get
row
ready.
number 2. The 3 taking 2 tires for himself. Everyone else behind took 4 tires in.
All right, Blake, you ready?
And with
Pace
14
cars in.
laps to go on We Take This,
Ready.
anyone has a chance still
green.
to
Go.
win this race if you're inside of the top 20.
Bottom side stacked up a little bit.
Start zone.
one
Will it be
inside.
calamity or can we keep it together?
Still there.
Green flag is out.
Going to be advantage high side.
Ryan
You're
Kelly
up top, 3
fish hits
wide.
for the 3. Not able to take off. Let's stop
3 wide, 2 on the bottom, 75 in the middle, 1 coming back to you.
How long? Because we're already sneaking
Inside,
back and
2
forth,
wide
trying to go
there.
3
3
wide
wide,
in the
you're
middle of the pack.
You are 3 wide, sir.
Gonna clear the 26
You got one
machine.
inside.
Clear high side.
2 wide
Set
there.
though on the 16 of Joshua
Stay
Kanata.
high.
Is they're gonna come out of the corner 2 or 3 wide. It looks like
3 wide,
mass
you're in the
chaos. They look like they're 2-3 wide for 3.
11 threw it in, back 3, 75, low, 26
Got
high.
one
He
inside.
might be the
2 wide
leader
there.
after a lap.
Clear up.
There. Hold
Take
your
a
line.
full
Good job.
lap.
Get this, Brian. Get this, Brian. Get this,
3
Brian.
wide, you're in the
He
middle.
didn't restart up front, but a body slam this
Got
3
one
wide.
outside. 2
Wiggle,
wide there.
jump.
Clear all the way
Clear,
around.
clear.
Go get it.
Man, you're back.
What a move!
Got one
And Brian
outside.
P. Johnson will lead
Now
that.
just a 3 up
Still
high.
there.
Wiggle and tap, loses all his momentum, and from the lead, now
Still there.
trapped
Hold your line.
3,
13 to go, 3 up high.
almost out.
9's with
All
you.
right, man. Caution is
4,
out.
almost thinking about
Line up,
Caution's
single
out.
file.
in the middle of
Hell
the
yeah, Brian. Way to push.
Left up 3.
Whee!
Car by. He has
These
the
drives
position
keep
when the
together.
yellow
No,
flag
they
came out.
won't. Set check into Forbes, into
Oh, that's a big wreck.
His gridlock powering through the rest of the field.
Yeah.
And let us have another big one here tonight.
Big wreck.
Right there, 71 our pole sitter.
I think Kelly's a little slow on them 2 tires.
Let's have this race in. had such a strong night going. Definitely got damage there. As you see right here, the 26.
I didn't want to go low on him because I was afraid of losing that top side, but the speed difference was too massive. I had to go low.
Bronson Stafford.
I think I was going to beat him in 3 and 4 on the front stretch, especially with Brian out front giving me a draft.
We knew he was going to be dramatic. This is how the restart went down on some of these big moves that happened, but it was going to be the lap after this. The drivers really got into one another, and you see Jurjua and others trying to make some moves.
Damn, what a pack of cars.
Forward, but the older tires, Thompson, Jack, and the Davis,
yes, that was
26, which is a wounded animal back here, just falling back further and further.
Yeah, the older tires damaged. I think the 3 had a little bit of damage in the front nose, it looked like, too. I mean, these guys a little bit wounded out there in the different tires.
I was stuck in the middle.
Let me take a look at the 3.
So cars were everywhere to begin with, and just kind of come out of this corner. You're going to see it happen right here. I think
it's going to be off the backstretch.
Okay, yeah, we still have a half a lap to go.
Oh, yeah.
Right there
The 3 car looks like he hit a telephone pole a little bit.
That helped stack up this field, too. It keeps him 3 wide going
Where
into
at?
this corner.
Has a little bit of
There's
miniature horseshoe
work.
right about the grill.
Squeezed up into one another as you're going to see on the outside. Breaking loose as Thompson Jack into the field. And let chaos reign as everyone tries to sneak their way through, and just for some that were able to slam on the brakes, they found openings. Others were not. Carl Puller somehow sneaks his way past all that. You also see going all the way down onto the apron is Vincent Sora, as some drivers try to find a way through the middle. Others did not. Carl Puller ultimately did not find an opening for the 58 as he slammed into someone.
I was going to say,
thought he was good.
If we got on board with Carl Puller, was that blue car where kind of the seas parted at one point?
Yeah, it parted for a second and then ran into Shane Wyatt. Just did not work out perfectly.
Oh, there we go.
All of his panels look good. A little bit of an opening in his hood, and again, he's got a little bit of a bow in his grill.
All have already called an early exit.
You're talking about the 3 car, correct?
And here's a ride along with the 58 of Carl Puller.
Yeah, the 3 car, yeah.
He lucked out. He sees the smoke, looking for an opening, somehow sneaks by, but then the last driver, that is not the case. And for Carl, I think his issue is he slammed on the brakes. If he just yanked that steering wheel to the left, he would have been fine, but because he hit the brake, he had zero control where that car was going, and it pulled him right into Shane Wyatt.
But that and the racing gods got even with them. They were like, we parted the seas for you, and just kidding. We're going to now have a guy come flying off the wall in front of you. That's how racing goes. You think you save it, and then before you know it, a damaged car comes off the wall. And unfortunately for him, gave us a nice replay, but not what we wanted to see from him.
Was not the case, and getting only a couple of laps of green flag racing, maybe the advantage some drivers were looking for, as this is a caution that now allows a few drivers to use their final set of tires into pit road. Those drivers being Joshua Kanata, Tom Bourne, able to come into pit road and use their final set of tires here tonight. They'll be starting back in 18th and 19th position. They're just going to be having a small...
The people that they're talking about on the stream are 18th, 19th, and further back.
So
I don't think there's enough time for that to matter.
It might be big enough to...
Oh, you're talking about the new tires? I wasn't even listening to what they were talking about.
Oh, this track is massive.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen all night these drivers.
10-4. Yeah, no.
Yeah, there's some people that came down lap 89.
Tend to go.
That ain't going to do nothing for them.
They probably will. Wouldn't be surprised.
Well, no threat to us.
Every position's going to matter. You want all those spots. But this restart's going to be chaotic.
Certainly expecting.
You're going to have Theory and outside, Gavin Rogers and Newbigging behind you, Brian Johnson and Kelly.
And get service for themselves.
Problem is, I don't have a lot of experience on the bottom.
With us.
And has damage.
Wednesday evening, watching the...
Yeah, Kelly's going to be slow, so he's going to help me with that outside line.
5 of the season. We got plenty of other great racing action throughout the rest of the season. Don't want to miss next week, though, as WSSR heads to Daytona.
All right, sir. Let's get ready.
Speedway side-by-side action for 100 laps. Don't want to miss it. Then in 2 weeks, we head
ready.
As we have the doubleheader of
flag,
road racing, a 20-lap and a 10-lap.
There you go. You're ready side-by-side with the 3.
Any of the next racing action for the next few weeks. But up front, Brian P. Johnson, Ryan Kelly, Johnson, 4 tires and fuel the last time they entered pit road. Kelly, the only driver to take 2 tires. The 3.
Good call, staying in that second group.
Field ready to go as they roar down into turn number 1.
Well, that they do. And that 7 machine.
75's with you, 9's with the 3.
there.
You're still side by side going up. 3's kind of edging it out just a little bit.
Able to get back up there? Not sure, but all I know is Brian P. Johnson, driver.
7 throwing it in, no
All
room.
clear, all
Get
clear.
up there.
You are clear up, sir. It's yours for the taking. P2, go you.
Now he's going to dive down to the inside. Is he going to be able to make a stick?
If we look at all of past statistics, it says the driver that led the most laps is most likely going to
Good
win,
job,
and that
man.
means
You're
keep
up
your
to
eyes out for the driver that's in 9th place of Larry Yingling. But those that are in
8 to go.
it's Brian P. Johnson, Ryan McCann, drivers that have been just outside of the top 5 all night long, trying to find an opening to sneak their way forward. But Shane Terrian has
9 on your bumper,
for these fine
giving you a push.
laps. It has been just the 9 getting up front. He's been
There you go.
on the fact that he's just been finding openings to make
Coming to 7 to
3
go.
wide, you're in the
3
middle.
wide.
Clear low.
Everyone else
You're on the, clear on the bottom.
Also seeing the strength of Gavin Rogers at moments. We've also seen Douglas Newbigin be quick. But again,
28 outside, 75 is with him. 75 now back with you.
now on the go to try to sneak his way forward. 8 soon to
28 outside.
to go as we cross the line. Terrian is back to the lead position.
28 on you tight. Hold your line. Hold your line.
Position came out.
Back 3, back 3 wide. 13 now throwing it in. Still 3. 28 outside. Now 3 outside. 13 inside.
He's got the belly, wants him behind.
You are clear up, sir.
2 and 3 wide coming out of the corner. Looks like Gavin Rogers maybe got into second position there yet. He cleared Brian P. Johnson, so Johnson
7 inside.
third now with 7 to go.
Douglas Newbigin, he finds
7 made a little bit of contact with you. Lost it and spun.
he squeezed 3 wide.
No caution. Stay on it.
Center Connor able to find an opening through, but no, Douglas Newbigin. Contact.
Caution's out.
More drivers spinning behind. Oh, ricochet into the water barrels as drivers absolutely destroyed. Newbigin, Richard Wolsifer, yellow flag is out.
That red car. I need to learn how to do that.
We could be sending ourselves into overtime.
Wow, Douglas Newbigin. I mean, he was making a move and then
That 7
Yeah.
car's just,
the water.
he made contact with you.
Car damage.
That's not on you.
His night's done for sure.
Oh, yeah. I was on the wall.
I mean, wow.
I was afraid about hitting the wall, and I was like, damn, he's close to me.
Yeah.
Happening at the same time, but first we're going
I'm just
to
glad he didn't. He hit me in the door. That's the only reason why it didn't spin me.
into the water barrels.
5 to go with
As
the
you're
line.
going to see the hard racing,
Going
Douglas
well.
just
Keep
continues to
heading.
let that car drift up, makes contact with Brian McCann, and then
I cannot do that bottom side.
a race sender for the 7, and then directly behind him,
I went into that turn and started sliding up into
fine contact
Johnson.
into the 4, and I believe Richard Wilson
Yeah.
was able to avoid
Yeah.
the wall, but it's
that red car
Yeah,
showed
that
us all
7's
how
been
to do
really,
it.
really aggressive all night.
trying to
I mean, he's been able to send it.
going to get into that outside
But
wall.
he's been
and also
aggressive.
Finished off by Nick Crawford, and they try to stay off that barrel, and they do somehow.
Wow, they almost hit the barrels. 3 drivers in the barrels. They were right on board with Nick Crawford. Giving some great view as that would happen.
Pit road is
Going to
now
drive
open.
it down to the inside. You see the 56 right there to the outside of him.
I think
Starts to slide up the
I'm
track,
getting on the gas too
and
early.
just gets there in the wall, and maybe did he check up when he saw the 7? Maybe he
I
backed up
think
a little
so.
bit.
It was like a double reaction of he was trying to make the pass and might have gotten distracted by the 7 spinning and just was gassed it up a little bit too much, trying to let off. He makes contact with Richard Wolsifer, and luckily for both those drivers, it was just simple contact between the two, and they'll keep it together.
Well, there's no damage to the car where he tagged you a little bit, so you're straight.
Water barrels. His
Your road is
race
closed.
is done. He has left the server, and that's another top comp contender out of this race. It dwindles us down to now it's going to be Shane Terry, Gavin Rogers, Brian P. Johnson, your top 3, Ryan Kelly in 4th, Cedric Hunter. At some moment, like we noted on before, he was in the grass spinning, caught up in one of our first big ones of the night, the 13, currently in 5th place. Brian McCann going to find himself in 6th. Larry Yingling, again, main driver to watch out for, in 7th. Biggest
Oh, Larry's up here with me too.
Mir talked about how maybe a top 20, top 25 finish would be a good run for the 72 machine. Why not a top 10? Maybe even a top 5 if we see these top drivers get a little bit too racy. Mir currently in 8th place. 9th is Drew Jewell.
This is
That
going to be a
13
green
is
white checker.
absolutely lucky with the cautions for how many times he's blown his pit. It's not even, man, I don't know how he's done it.
Back in last place for tonight's race. He is currently in
Yeah, he's got it figured out.
Yeah, he had the EOL like you mentioned. He had the
He's got something figured out.
and drop back.
Good horseshoe.
He was like 19 seconds behind before the stage. Then we saw him about 3 cautions ago on the back straightaway. It looked like he got a little bit of damage and was sliding. Didn't make any contact though. That was the most important thing. But it just seems like he's
You'll be back on the outside, Brian.
he wants. But that makes you wonder if he gets up there. Does he have
behind Kelly?
Has a chance to get up there in that top 5 and have a little bit of clean air. Can he make moves in his final laps?
Hopefully his 2 tires have came in.
But all you got to do is get a good restart. You'd be right up there in the thick of things.
We've had 74 green flag laps,
hopefully
cautions in total, and for some people they might say that's a lot of cautions.
All right,
We've had
man,
a
we're
lot
going green next
here
time
tonight
by.
with 100
All right,
with 100
line
laps
up on the outside
expected to be ran.
Green, white checker.
There's a lot of cautions, but
Oh boy.
Michigan's one of those weird toss-up tracks. You're either gonna get a fully green flag run from most of the race and then maybe 1 or 2 cautions, or you're gonna get a race like tonight where it feels like every 5 laps the drivers are just so on top of one another they can't get away, and a caution is almost bound to happen every 5 to 10 laps.
Oh, every 5 to 10 laps. Right now we don't have 5 to 10 laps. I mean, if they get to the white flag,
Teammate in front of me, teammate behind me.
they just got to come around and get 1 lap completed, and this race could be it. So you got to make your moves. I mean, you can't wait to that.
I'd tell them, hey, if you're feeling slow, please let me go.
Across the line, you're going home to win.
Derek, are you feeling all right?
Tonight, we are entering an inside the regulation green, white, checkered. If we find ourselves getting a caution on this first lap when we go back to green flag racing, the race will, if we get the white flag, the race is official. It's all about who crosses the line.
All right, here we go.
If we get a yellow flag, though.
All right, Theory and Rogers,
we
Johnson Kelly, Hunter Yu, Yingling Muir, Grua, and Aaron Smith.
If we go into overtime, it is going to get crazy. Shane Terrian, though, on the inside, going to be on the freshest. It's going to be on 4 tires and fuel. And our lead driver, Gavin Rogers, trying to go back-to-back. And a few other drivers hoping to get the victory.
All right, get ready.
For the first time this season. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, on your Wednesday.
Ready.
The WSSR Cup Series. Inside the regulation, green, white, checker. The Michigan 200 for race number 5 of the season.
13 and 97, splitting your car, both inside.
Going to be the lead driver for the 9 and gets a good launch for himself. But do you want too big of a launch? The
Clear 67, now just a 13 down low. You're going to have a great run off the corner. Stay with the 3.
It's Shane Terrian for now, and Brian P. Johnson's trying to find an opening.
Clear 13, P5 belongs to car 8. Let's go.
Drivers side by side, so hopefully one of them cannot get a run. That's what he's thinking. These guys behind, they want the run. The 75 has that run. Looks like he has it.
13 threw it in. He's got no run just yet.
Stay inside.
Oh, got him. Glad that
maybe that's what he wants coming out of this corner.
Netco didn't just take right there. 13 would have just wiped you out. Gotta take it high. There you go.
Get it side by side. Rushing the wall. No, it's going to be Terrian. It's all Gavin Rogers, and they're going to be crossing.
White flag, Brian.
Flag is out. This race is official. It's Brian P. Johnson. Gavin Rogers.
All right, keep it low.
Shane Terrian will fall.
Keep it low. There you go. 9's going to check up the 3.
He took 2 tires. The 3's not out of this fight just yet. But it looks to be all Gavin Rogers. Brian has to make a daring move. Terrian going to be having some troubles back in.
You got some room.
Defense.
The 3 to your right rear.
Gives us so much time. They're going to be
just take it to the apron, Brian.
Down into turn number 3. Will it be Rogers? Brian P. Johnson's losing momentum. The crossover.
There you go, sir. Rogers. Nice recovery. 17th to P5 for the top 5. Nice.
Rogers back.
First top 5 of the season.
From Long Beach to Michigan. It's the
yes, sir.
Winning tonight.
That was 4, 5, 6 with teammates.
You mentioned about at the top of the show, he was wanting that oval win tonight. He gets that oval win. And this is a challenging oval track. He drove a great race tonight, was always up there, had great speed, gets that win, did all those moves. Can't wait to talk to him about that move on the back straightaway, how he felt about going all the way down there, seeing what his thoughts was. It worked out perfectly for him. He did what he needed to do. Great job.
I think you said you wanted to go back and look like left 40 or 43 or something.
Yeah, 43, I think.
Coming into this season as a rookie, the questions were looming of where would we see Rogers? Would he be a driver fighting every week for a win? And with going back-to-back at the road course, having the 3 in a row pulls the last 3 weeks, he's proven this 75 is fighting for a championship. Back-to-back winner. Gavin Rogers is going to enjoy this one as we will step away.
Thank you, Doug.
We'll talk to our top 3. The 75 of Gavin Rogers, Brian P. Johnson, Shane Terrian, and also a spotlight driver.
How you doing, Doug?
After this. With one another as Side-by-side racing continues on. Christopher Norris has been able to move up 3 spots for himself. Gunnar Moniz, another driver in the 5 that's moved up 3 spots. And for Gunnar Moniz in the 5 machine, this race is so critical because the driver he's runs, Christopher Norris, and all has been taken in contact into the outside wall. Everyone's just getting around.
Yeah. Bang, bang, bang.
That purple
Almost
car.
got you.
That purple car, I think, is the one I had
Yep.
my eye on. Yeah. Y'all can't see this.
Oh yeah, he was all over the place. He was side drafting so many people.
I could see right here in this little screenshot I got, that purple car was angling down towards me. I was like, damn, he's going to hit that red car. And then I had this guy to my left, so I'm like, well, I got to slow down and hit this grass. Got a little lucky that purple car didn't hit him harder.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost lost it here.
Yeah, still definitely a good save going through.
A little luck involved too. Yeah, man, good race. Top 5. Good calls, because there was a
put
few
you
times
solidly inside the top 16.
Oh hell yeah! There was a few times where I didn't realize some of the stuff that was going on. You called it out, and that saved my ass a few times. So big shout out.
Nah, man, you're the one behind the wheel. I just get to watch, man. That's where all those broadcasting races comes from.
Ah man, perfect job tonight.
It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. Thanks, man.
We need to keep that momentum up for the rest of the season.
Yep. So you got Daytona next week. Yeah, I won't be here. Then there's a week off, and then you got the road course after that.
Sounds good. I'll see you in.
I'll definitely try to see if I've got enough. If I've got enough signal, I'll try to log in and watch you.
Aight.
But yeah, man, have a good night, and I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yep, you too.
Later.
Sit down.
I think we're going to go ahead and end it there. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Good race. See you in the off week. We race next week, and then an off week, and then we race after that. So off the week of the 4th. Daytona Super Speedway next week. Y'all have a good one.